Hey guys, good evening. We're back once again for another stocks by request session where we talk about and we tackle the top stocks that you guys talked about or requested via social media. So for this video, we're gonna talk about DITO, APL, PHA, ASEN, a majority of which are pretty much tracked, bought, sold, transacted by locals, but not just locals, local retailers. So I want to start everything off also by analyzing the PSEI. And what's so interesting about the PSEI, so let me just pull up the chart for you guys to also see. What's interesting again today, no, value turnover was massive, 14.65 billion, and that 14.65 billion though was at a point where the market dropped and was sold down. We are seeing the PSEI down 1.29%, down 91.14 points, and back below the 7,000 level. The PSEI currently is at 6,991. But that should not surprise all of us. Why? If you'll allow me to zoom in, you will see this. Whatever movement that we're seeing right now is primarily because it did not break the 50-day moving average. And as what we talked about yesterday, for those who have been following the videos, is that the market is still moving sideways. The market is bouncing off the 6799 level. In the same way, it's breaking out the 20-day moving average. But as what we talked about yesterday, it hit the 50-day moving average and then it started to retrace down. As you can see right here, the retrace was so clear right here, went up, selling happened, boom, it closed below the 50-day moving average. Then for today, you see this still, you see the market open at 7059, close to the resistance, selling made its way to see it close at the 6991 level. So that being said, the current resistance that we're looking for right now is right here, 7102, where the 50-day moving average is. And should selling continue, we could possibly see it move and attack the 6,800 level once again. So nothing has changed for everyone tracking this. The PSEI as a whole is still moving sideways. It's still consolidating. 6.8 is your main narrative resist support, and your resistance is where the 50-day moving average is. So that's the market as a whole, looking at it from a broader perspective. And I just want to note this. You have FGen, which had 5.5 billion worth of value turnover. If you remove that, we just have around 9 billion pesos worth of value turnover for the day. So again, for those who are watching this for the first time, this transaction was just primarily for a preferred share, which if you try to follow the narrative of how FGen Series G preferred shares has moved over the past months and years, it really doesn't have as much attention or as much volume as this. So this I think is just for pretty much for today. But again, as what I've mentioned, you have 9 billion worth, which is still very very high if you remove the Series G preferred shares of FGen. So now Dito no had a 1.2 billion, which is very very healthy, very very strong. PHA had 613 million, again very very strong also. Then you have APL at 392 and ASEN at 336 million pesos in value turnover. So let me start everything off with ASEN. So this is where ASEN is. As you can see, it's still, everything is still pretty much. I think that's how markets really are characterized. No, it's just really a movement between support and resistance. As you can see it right here, uh, you have a resistance at the 794 level. As you have a resistance at the 794 level, it's been hanging that way since the start of February. So whatever movement that we see is still tapered by it having a hard time at this particular resistance. So it's not wrong for those who bought here end of January at the 5.8 level to somehow take profits at the 7.94 mark. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good tradable range. That's a good range for those who want to sell and take profit. So again, 5.8 support, 7.94 resistance. That's the particular tradable range for a sen. So looking at that particular range, you have a resistance at 7.94. Failure to break that range, it still will make ASEN susceptible to the retracement back to this level, which is at the 6.63 mark, which is also consistent to how its current sideways progression is. Breakout again opens it up back to the 10.48 level, but since the start of February, we still don't have any evidence that it's currently breaking out. MACD though is above zero. There's not much momentum. There's no separation between the lines. RSI, it's not yet in overbought levels, but from the distance between the 70 and the 30, it's relatively closer to the 70 level as of now. Next up, let's look at APL, one of the more again large value turnovers in the PSEI. So this is how it looks like. This is how it's progressing. You can see also similar to a lot of the stocks that we have been tracking, it's still hovering close to the resistance right now at the 0.255 level. Yesterday, we had a large red candle that was a recipient of it being blocked by the 20-day moving average and being blocked by this line that we have. So for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you do know the next step to look at is watch for the next candle after an indecision candle. However, regardless of what the indecision candle is saying, it's pretty much a failure to break this 20-day moving average resistance. It's also pretty much a failure for it. Also, if you draw the resistance here, it really hasn't broke out from this level since January 26. So very, very consistent also with ASEN that from the drop, it consolidated and it has not gone above the resistance. So current support right here is the 50-day moving average. Current support right here is the 0.17 support level. Current resistance right here is the 0.255 level where the 20-day moving average is. So again, failure to break that, we could possibly still have this progression. But breakout from this level, then we could possibly see it go the 0.44 mark for APL. But again, current progression is it's still uh, moving sideways. For those who are big fans of chart patterns, so if it breaks out from the this 0.256 level or where the 20-day moving average is, then it might be poised for a rounding bottom with a target at the 0.44 level resistance. So let's see how it goes. But if not, it could still consolidate here and still build a larger rounding bottom. So please remember, rounding bottoms could be one drop, then consolidates a bit, then would go up, or the consolidation could be at a much longer level. So, anyways, comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. We're gonna head over to PHA, but before that, as what I always do and remind people, and because I do know there's a good number of people also who might be watching me for the first time, please remember this. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm talking about Dito, PHA, APL, and ASEN. No matter how much I talk about it, please never ever buy, sell, hold, or avoid a stock just because I talk about it here on YouTube. It's your money, it's your responsibility. The worst thing that you could ever do is buy because you hear it from YouTube, you hear it from a friend. You need to take the responsibility to analyze and study the stocks on your own because that's what builds strength, that's what builds experience, that's what builds skill. And if there's one thing that I do know from over a decade's worth of investing in the markets, what will help you make money is the conviction to do it because you've seen it from past experience. And you can watch the videos, but you cannot build conviction just by watching the videos. You build conviction by analyzing it, studying it, building the skill, and also in the same time deploying capital. And that's where money is made. So use this video for information purposes, but please study, contact your financial advisor, do your own due diligence because I'll say this over and over. It's your money, it's your responsibility. Anyways, PHA, like clockwork. I'm not sure if you watched the video yesterday. Sobrang cool talaga ng technicals, no? We mentioned it yesterday that it was already at the resistance, that if there may be any hesitation, if there may be any level na makita natin that nahihirapan na siya umakyat, is because it's at the resistance. And as you can see it right here, very, very clear today, second day of the stock, having a hard time break this particular resistance level at the 3.2 mark. So we mentioned this yesterday that boom, pushed up, hit the resistance. That could be a take profit signal already for those who are watching the stock. Then confirmed by today again, hits the resistance again, did not break it, even pushed lower. So it's not wrong to take profits if you're earning 108.6% and you bought it at 1.56 close to the support and then taking profits at the 3.24 level. If that's your plan and you're not selling just because natatakot kayo or not just selling because you're emotional about it, then it's actually a good trade for you. Just wanted to reiterate though that you don't have a cross yet from the 20-day moving average. Yeah, you don't have a cross at the 50, 100, 200. MACD is also above zero still as of this point in time. MACD also just crossed up, denoting that there might still be legs in this. However, for those who want to make a quick trade, it's pretty consistent that right now PHA is at the resistance. So there. Lastly, everyone's favorite Lito, but a quick plug for those who are want to learn more about everything that I'm talking about. What's Marvin talking about? What are these candlestick support and resistance trend lines? What is this breakout, breakdown, 20-day moving average, MACD, RSI, and everything else in between? That's what we will discuss in the Zoom session that we are having this February, end of February, and first week of March. We're going to have two solid straight weekends, Saturday, Sunday, half day sessions, 4 days total, where we will discuss all of this. So I'm trying this pilot run. Let's see how this will go for 2021. If a lot of people enjoy and the experience is good, we're gonna replicate this for more videos or at least more courses. So for those who are interested and want to join, the link is in the description below. For those also who want to learn via just reading books, I have also it in the description below. You can grab a copy of my books, which are available via Shopee. So there. Anyways, dito, like clockwork, nothing has changed. Ito, rounding bottom breakout from the 14 peso resistance level. It's still continuing its breakout. So for those who bought dito, and I assume those that are watching this have positions in dito and are just watching the trend, just watching the breakout. As of now, currently February 11, 2021, there's still no sell signal for dito. We just actually saw it continue its movement upward from the large green candle that we saw yesterday to the green candle that we saw today, opening at 17.36, closing at 17.7. It's not a large push up, but it's still confirming that the 14 peso support level is still pretty much intact. So for those who attended their Stock Smart sessions, you do know that in every uptrend there will be a portion where there's some short-term consolidation, and that's what we saw here from 10 to 4, which started early January to the end of to the first week of Feb, and then we started to see it break out. So please do not know, kahit hindi nyo siya nakuha sa start, you will always have a chance. Why? Look at this. So it hit 10 several times here, then it hit 10 several times here, then it hit 10 several times here again. So kung di man kayo nakabili dati, that would have been an opportunity still for you to trade this and make money. And think about this. Buying it at 10, you would still be up sana around 70+% right now. And that's what's so interesting about how dito will go. And again, all eyes are a month from now when they start commercial operations. But from a technical point of view, RSI overbought but no cross down sell signal yet. MACD above zero, denoting that the trend is still up. It's still bullish. No cross down yet, denoting that there's no change in direction. No need to take profits yet. 20, 50, 100, 200-day moving averages are still bullish yet. No cross down. Not telling you to actually sell also. So again, I'll say this over and over. The way to make money in the markets is about patience, is to hold on to your position. Do not sell until there's any signals telling you to sell yet. And that's just how it is, and you just repeat it. And what's so interesting is this is not glamorous. Hindi siya yung high-flying watch every second, every minute para kumita. Not really. Because the larger your portfolio goes, it's all about positioning well, holding up until a reversal signal would come out. So for dito, as of now, all of the triggers that we're looking at, depending on what you're using, is not actually telling you to sell yet. So that's it. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I think I might do another video on top of this. But if you guys missed it, I posted 2 videos before this on my channel. If you want to see that, check that out. I just opened a TikTok account also. We have a lot of interesting 1-minute videos there. And for those who want to invest in Bitcoin, US markets, and everything else in between that you want to know about me, they're all in the description below. You can trade US markets, you can trade Bitcoin, and by the way, nakafuya talaga yung cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. There's so much that you can unpack in it. There's so much volatility, and there's so much volume, and there's so much excitement, given that everyone's now getting are seeing the value of cryptocurrencies, that hey, this may be the currency of the future. Anyways, I hope you guys got a lot from this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section. Feel free to DM me in Instagram at Marvin Germo, or via Patreon, Marvin Germo also. And I guess that's it. If you guys enjoy this and want to see more of this, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell so you get updated every time we come up with new content. And if If this gave you value, I would appreciate it if you could press the like button. That's one way to help YouTube know that this video is something that's insightful and it's something that's helping people. So if it's not, if it doesn't take too much of your time, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So this is Marvin Gurmo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.